He's moved on.
No, I haven't moved on. I'm
He's
still
moved
Cap
on.
main.
He's over it. He's grown out.
I'm still Cap main until I die.
He's moved out of his Captain America
not a meta
phase.
threat. You try to make him a meta threat, you realize he's not.
A meta threat?
All right, stop. Every time I play Cap, it's insane dominance.
What's a meta?
Just disagree.
Unprecedented
dominance. I know that you're lying over the webs right now. You're telling lies on the internet, Brian.
Listen, if you were in the back line, you would be demolished by my Cap. That's just how it is.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what it means either. I've not played it yet.
Yeah, you see? Look at you.
It's okay. That PS5 is on the way.
Throwing stones within your glass houses, both of you.
I'm going to be a Venom main. How about that?
It's very edge of you.
I'm going to be like everybody else.
You think everybody's just maining Venom?
I always liked Venom. I always thought Venom was cool. Ever since Spider-Man 3? No, I'm not that lame. Ever since Marvel vs. Capcom, like the fighting game. I think that was the first time I seen Venom, and I thought he was fucking lit, yo.
When was the last time you was in
a Spider-Man cartoon?
The first time I seen Venom was the Spider-Man cartoon for sure. One of my favorite things about Spider-Man 3 is that Eddie Brock was such a hater in Spider-Man 3. He literally went to a Catholic church and asked God to kill Peter Parker because like Gwen liked him instead.
And God said, "No, you do it." And the fucking symbiote. So now I'm good. You handle that.
Yeah.
Handle your own shit.
Yeah.
Here's this though. Hold on to that.
It's true incel behavior. True incel moves.
But Venom's not an incel.
You don't think?
You know what's crazy? I mean, in that movie, in Spider-Man 3, Eddie Brock, yes.
Eddie Brock is an incel in Spider-Man 3 for sure. He immediately went. He just didn't have 4chan at the time. That wasn't a thing probably back then. When did the Spider-Man 3 come out?
And a good job.
I'm pretty sure 4chan was a thing back then.
When did Spider-Man come out? Spider-Man 3, I mean.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
2007.
Eddie Brock got fired.
He did get fired. But yeah, because Peter came in.
Doing the most. He was hating too hard.
He was hating too hard.
A little too hard. Oh, there we go, Brian.
Back at it again with the Facebook hoodie.
Happy New Year, everybody, by the way.
Right, Happy New Year.
You know, the days blend together. The days blend together, and we just the time passes. But so far we're in 2025. First episode of 2025. Episode 60 of the pre-show chat show, by the way. Brian's got the shades on.
Damn, really? This is 60?
Yeah, this is the 60th episode of the pre-show chat show.
We gotta celebrate with style.
Yeah. You know, I wish I had one of those sunglasses that you flip up and it's your regular glasses, and then you can just like bring the lenses down.
I can see you.
You know, there's transition lenses, right?
No, yeah, I know. I do know. I won't get them.
Silly goose.
It's not the same. I want to be in full control over when my shades come down. I'm surprised we don't have that technology that like it's in the frame and then it comes down.
Yeah, no, it's called transition lenses.
No, that's not how it works, Brian. Transition lenses are lenses that already have it in, you know, the glass tints when it's exposed to sunlight. What I'm talking about is like
a lamer version.
I'm talking about an Iron Man-esque thing that goes shoot.
But they both do the same thing,
no,
essentially,
but it's not
right?
as cool.
You want some meta shades?
I just want to be like, hold on, guys.
So you're saying that you want to put in the effort to change?
It's a button press. When did we get so lazy?
Oh, it's a what do you mean button press?
Just like, shoot. I'm doing the action because I don't have it. I don't have the technology, so I have to do the act out. You hit the button and it comes down.
That's pretty fire.
Yeah, you could. Anybody out there, if there's an inventor out there, you guys could steal my idea. Just give me a free pair of them shades.
No kizzy.
So I listened to the podcast earlier, and I wanted to share something with you guys that I never, I think 10 years, right? At least that I've been reading One Piece for 2014.
It's gotta be more than 10. It's gotta be more than 10.
Yeah, let's say 12.
No, maybe not.
Honestly,
maybe
2010.
Not. It might be 10.
My senior year, I was reading it chapter by chapter, and then
us.
2010 to 2011. Yeah, in 2011, I remember I got sick. That's when I was at best school, and I read, I caught up from the beginning to where I was at in the Fishman Arcus or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
it would have been
something
Marine
else. No. This was a little bit after that. I was already in college. Marine 4 was while we were still in high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
I guess you were reading concurrently.
Anyway.
Just whatever. Who cares? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think that's something else. I also found out that you weren't that far behind me. Like you had just caught up on One Piece yourself, like recently around the time that.
Yeah, I was trying to get you in.
Only like a couple years before I did.
I was trying to get you in. Nobody else read One Piece like that.
No, but it seemed like you was this super wise One Piece sage. I would have thought
I was
been down with that shit since 4 Kids, bro.
I was.
I know
you wasn't. You hated it.
He was down. Yeah, no. We watched the 4 Kids
like
compilations.
No, I didn't watch 4 Kids like that.
Shit on it though.
I did used to shit on 4 Kids, and then I actually read the manga. Honestly, if I had not read the manga, I probably wouldn't have been a fan.
Yeah, I feel like it was definitely that manga. Well, anyway,
DVD.
That's that shit. I didn't want to get distracted, but I love it.
I gotta get a drop for Sanji, the 4 Kids Sanji.
Yeah,
yo ho ho, he took a butter gum. Yeah yo.
Yeah.
His name's Zolo. He's just like a samurai.
And then LADY, now he's not shy. Who stops doing that marksman thing?
We did
this cooking, Chopper's doctoring.
No, you're right.
We can't do this.
Yeah, no, we do tend to every maybe 15 episodes go back to talking about the One Piece theme song.
Listen, before it gets
it's
lost in all of this very interesting talk, I just want to say that it never once fucking occurred to me that Roger, Rayleigh, and Scopper Jaw, whatever.
Scopper Gaban.
You guys, I'm listening to you guys talk about this shit. So I'm at work. I'm listening to from last week's podcast, right? Just to follow up on leads or whatever. And like, yo, you guys are talking about, y'all say Goldie Roger, Silver Rayleigh, and I'm just like, all right, gold and silver, yeah. And y'all like, then he says Scopper Caban, and he didn't even have to actually say the copper part. When I tell you my fucking mind was blown, I was taking shit out the truck, and I tell you I was holding the box, listening to the shit, walking to the store. I stopped in the middle of the sidewalk, like, oh my god.
Mind you, Josh was fully present for this episode.
He was there.
So you gotta understand. Sometimes, like I get this, like I'm rolling up right now, right? And sometimes you guys will be like, having like little banter. Go, I got fucking. I don't know. I got issues, man. I'm not always.
Josh checks out of the podcast regularly.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Not regularly.
Regularly.
With spots. Usually when you two kind of like go on about something I'm not really that knowledgeable about, so I'll just kind of sit back and then I get lost in my thoughts, and then sometimes I go into my own world. Who knows? Maybe I should see a doctor. Anyway, yeah,
maybe you should reread.
That was fucking mind blowing.
Yeah, Scopper Gaban.
Scopper Gaban. Wow.
Goldie Roger.
No, I was like, nah, Oda.
I love themed pirate crews like that.
I will say though, there's no. I don't think
Are there more.
No, there's no medals.
That's what I was kind of getting to. Like, what are there any other?
There's no other medal-based characters named.
What about the rest
there's
of
Kid.
Roger's crew?
Not in Roger's crew, at least. There's no
And
medal.
I caught that,
Who has a
Brian, right?
name that's a medal? Nobody else in Roger's crew.
No one else, right?
In the volume, in one of the volumes, they Oda draws out
What's-
every single member of Roger's crew, and it's pretty much just Rayleigh, Gabon, and Roger. who
What's
have-
Was
Crocus?
Marco? No, Marco was on first.
It's just Crocus, as far as we know.
Who's Crocus? That's the
Crocus-
only other person we don't know.
No, he's the doctor that we met at Whiskey Peak.
Crocus. That's
No,
not,
not at
Whiskey
Whiskey
Peak.
Peak.
No,
It was
Reverse,
Reverse
Mountain.
Mountain.
Calm down, Brian.
This is a Reverse Mountain, Christian.
Jesus, the whale man, right?
Yes.
Christian-
Laboon,
Better get this shit right.
Laboon's lover. Okay,
Or I'm gonna
So-
take these off.
the guy that has sex with the
Again.
whale. I get it. I remember him. Yeah, with the reverse waterfall.
Well,
yeah.
you know, Brian,
So,
If you had
Next
to,
with the okay, don't disrespect
I'm
Crocus
just, I
like
just
that.
ignored him there. I know he was trying to.
it wasn't a reverse waterfall.
He's not. It is a
It
reverse.
was a reverse waterfall, but he didn't have sex with the whale.
Oh, that's the part I got wrong.
Yeah, that's the part you got wrong.
Why would you do that?
He lives inside the whale.
They were just close. They would.
Silly goose.
Why would you do Crocus that way? Why would you do him that way? He lives inside
has
the
a little-
whale.
He lives in
He has
the
a little
whale, huh?
commie house.
Yeah.
He live
He
up
has-
in that whale, huh?
He lives in the
Yeah,
whale.
he has a little
He in
commie.
a-
He has a little
That's
commie
how much
house
he
in
be up
there.
in that bitch, huh? He might as well live in that shit. Listen, I get y'all, all right? I wasn't trying to judge him. This is One Piece world, all right?
That's disrespect.
I can't
You-
believe it.
That's Brooks'
I ain't
dream
gonna
right
lie, bro.
there. That's his boy.
I do like Brooks. Well, anyway, he'll be all right.
Oh shit!
So Marvel Rivals just announced their new set of characters. You guys
Please
you guys
tell me
want to guess
She-Hulk
who it
is
is?
in it.
Who
No, She-Hulk's not in it.
is it? Is it Darcy from the Thor movies? The one that's played.
No, it's not.
Who?
It's not
Is that
Darcy.
the
The one,
Valkyrie chick?
the one that's placed by Kat Dennings. Just the lady. with
No,
the-
she's the comedic the comedic the comedy lady.
Oh, okay,
She's
I know
the
you're
funny
talking about-
character.
She's one of the funny characters in Wanda. She's in WandaVision too.
Yeah. Damn, but what's that lady's name that played the Valkyrie chick in Thor 3? She's
I have
bad.
no clue.
yo.
Oh,
I
Tessa
love-
Thompson.
Who?
Tessa Thompson.
Yes. Yeah. She's so good. I ain't gonna lie. Half the reason I love watching that movie is because she's in it.
Understandable.
I couldn't finish Thor Love and Thunder.
You didn't like it?
Legit. I couldn't even get past the
Oh.
first like 15
You know,
minutes.
it really was a wasted Gore. You know what's funny is like I was excited to see Christian Bale playing Gore because he's like a legit actor, and it would have been sick. And he did really well with what they gave him, but man, Gore is that guy, man.
They just didn't have to do that. I wish somebody would stop them. Like they would be like, yo, let's use this person, and that somebody in the room would be like, are you fucking rich? Are you stupid? Are you
I like Christian
me.
Bale. I would have taken Christian Bale.
No,
There's
it's
a-
not about Christian Bale. It's about the fact that like there's no way they was gonna be able to do Gore right.
They had to do it over multiple movies, you know. He's a multi-movie villain,
He is, especially since they set that standard.
but you can't do that
Thanos.
because Chris Hemsworth is getting older.
I wish these movies would stop being scary and just like accept that they're a different medium and just try to adapt it better in such a make like I don't know if you can't make such a big spectacle of gore like you can in comic books because it's color and paper. You know what I'm saying? You know, I spent billions of fucking dollars on CGI or whatever. Make it a different story. Make him a deeper character. Can you help me?
I know what you
what I'm
mean,
saying. Do you
but-
understand what I'm trying to
But
say?
you know, you
Like,
can't
go
do
for
Gore.
quality, right?
Brian, in the original story where Gore is a villain, it takes Thor from 3 different timelines to destroy him.
Yeah, no,
didn't
I
even
remember
think
that.
about that. I didn't even think about that, to be honest.
Yeah.
They could have. You know what's crazy? They could have done that. That's
They
something
could
they
have
could
done
have
that.
did without it being a huge spectacle.
And then they were just like really jamming in everything. They had Natalie Portman as Thor for like a movie, even though she's like Thor for 2 years or something.
Yeah,
It's just fan service, you know.
She's dead in the comics, right?
I don't know. She might be, I
finally
guess.
die from cancer?
She did. Spoiler alert: she did die in the run. In her run, it finally got to her, and I don't know if she resurrected. You know, never. Shit's not permanent in comics, so and it's been a while since I've been connected to it, so I don't want to be like, you know, Girl Thor is dead, and somebody on the internet be like, "You fucking idiot, she's here."
Yeah, I guess I don't want to make no claims. It don't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to shift gears, though. I don't know if y'all want to keep talking about the Thor movie.
I do want to shift gears, but you go first.
Yeah. No, just real quick. Speaking of shit from the past and comic, like epic comic arcs, I was telling my coworker earlier about the Forever Evil arc in DC.
Wow.
Now that was awesome.
That was sick.
You want to talk about impact, like. And I wasn't 16 years old. I wasn't in between the ages of 12 to 16. So I feel like, you know, me being impacted by, you know, the evil people taking over and stuff wasn't an Edge thing. It wasn't like a.
I thought it was pretty sick.
You know, it was so sick.
It was so sick.
And the reason I'm bringing it up is, I guess, to kind of like help, so you can help me kind of remember. It was off the heels of another arc. Was that the Future arc they did when like the robots, you know, like the Brother Blood? What was it? Future End. I think that was the last arc.
No, it wasn't off of that.
No,
that was way later. Forever Evil, I feel like was like a big New 52 thing because it took place with like it was like the introduction of the Earth 3 people since the reboot. So they were like the main villains from what I remember. Is the Earth 3 Justice the I don't know, I don't remember what they're called, but Ultraman and you know, all of them.
Yeah. So the way I remember it is that,
unless I'm bugging, I could be misremembering, but
I know what happens after the Forever Evil arc, and I'm pretty sure that right at the next big thing that happened was the Dark Side War, or whatever.
Yeah,
and then all of the Justice League members started getting powers of the gods and shit. And I'm not gonna lie, there was some really, really good issues. I remember the Green Lantern one in particular being like really deep.
Mm-hmm.
It was about him coming to acceptance about, you know, the loss with his father in such an interesting way. He basically, I ain't gonna lie, he was kind of low-key God at the end of his story. He was like the god of light, but there was like no clear definition of his abilities. He could kind of just he could go back in time, change things, with no repercussion. You know what I'm like? It was insane.
Yeah.
Anyway,
man, that was so long ago.
And then right after that happened, then it was Rebirth. That's what I remember. Right after
I think
the God shit.
Yeah, because like Scott Snyder took over after Rebirth, if I remember right. That's when his Justice League run started. Unless I'm bugging, because I do remember his like Justice League stuff was way after Forever Evil. I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, a few years later for sure. And a little bit into Rebirth. Like it didn't. Justice League didn't immediately start with Rebirth. They had to square some shit first.
That Rebirth era was crazy. It was really good.
DC Metal, the first Metal event happened, and then that led right into Scott Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
That was a good time, bro.
It was.
That was a really good time for DC too.
Yeah, you know, they had the Detective Comics that was really good.
Detective, Batman, Action, and Superman comics.
Oh my god, bro, the Superman comics.
Superman Red and Superman Blue at the beginning of Rebirth.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
That was a good
Super
era.
Sons.
The Super Sons.
Sheesh. Oh my goodness.
Flames and
what
fire.
A fucking time. Even Wonder Woman was fire.
The whole Wonder Woman was fire.
Lit. Everything was lit, bro.
Everything was lit.
Flash was good. Oh my goodness, man.
So good.
They went on a hell of a fucking run, yo.
Yeah, it was a generational run.
They was killing Marvel.
Yeah,
they was in my opinion, they was killing Marvel.
What was going on at the same time? It couldn't have been Secret Wars era, you know? It couldn't have been that era.
Rebirth was happening essentially right after Secret Wars. I think Rebirth
so yeah, they were killing them.
17, 18, 19. Yeah.
They were killing them.
Yeah, they were killing it, man.
Yeah, so good. I guess to shift
memory lane.
To shift gear again, I caught up to Yozakura Family.
Oh, you are current.
In my current quest to catch up to every Jump series, I finally caught up to Yozakura.
Did it finish?
It's almost over, I feel. I caught up right on time for it to be like kind of in the closing stages.
What do you think will end first, Undead or this?
It's tough to tell. I feel like they're both.
Are you serious? Because Undead looks like it's about to end next chapter. Spoiler.
It might be. It might be
like the one after the.
You know what? I can see maybe Undead. Not Undead. Fucking Yozakura lasting maybe 2 or 3 more chapters.
Really? It's really on its last.
Yeah, it really is. Like I think like they cleared everything, and then the story is just about wrapped up. I don't know what else they got to do, you know, but it was solid. It gave me like it reminded me a lot of Black Clover, just in a general vibe. This was how it was very much the power.
The main character gets shredded.
Not as shredded as Asta. But he does become stronger. Yeah, there's a time skip. There's like a 5-year time skip in the middle of the series. And the time skip I wasn't so crazy about. The post time skip stuff, it was alright, but I don't know. After a while, like the story kind of gets repetitive in a sense. It's very like baseline shonen action. I didn't find it to be particularly like mind breaking, you know.
Mind breaking.
Yeah, it didn't like.
So, what would you compare it to as far as another series? Not in likeness per se, but in enjoyment.
I enjoyed it. I didn't dislike it in any sense.
Did at any point it feel like a labor to read?
No, not particularly. I if I was to give a
number,
that's
good. That's really good, actually.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a compliment, actually.
If I were to give it like a good like a score out of 10, I would say it was like a very solid 7. Like right on the money 7.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest. Like Undead Unluck for me is like a really good measuring stick for like series. Because if you ask me, and man, no disrespect, because obviously I cover it myself. You know what I'm saying, and I read it, but it's not my favorite series. You know, and it's probably not in my top 10 either. If I really put a lot of serious thought into it, you know, that doesn't mean that it's not enjoyable and that I wouldn't recommend it to others, and that I don't think other people would enjoy reading it, etc. So, you know, I always use that as like kind of the line for when I think about y'all.
Yeah, I feel like
I want to ask y'all. So where are you at with it? Is it above, meets it, below?
I think it's like one rung below Undead. I don't know. It's definitely in that area. It's either equal to Undead or one.
Well, you could save your final opinions on that. You could wait to really end to that when it actually ends, I guess.
Yeah, it's very much in like,
actually
yeah. It's very much in closing mode. So it's a lot of wrapping up little loose ends in very casual ways. But yeah, I found it to be like it's a fun little series. Blue Box is next. Mostly because I just want to like see if I could find.
You're gonna read Blue Box?
I'm gonna read Blue Box.
Because you're gonna read every shonen series.
Yes, every shonen series currently in circulation in Shonen Jump. Blue Box was next because I was.
Oh, that's all right. So no A Gravity Boys.
Yeah, A Gravity Boys is canceled. Has missed his flight.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sad, honestly.
I would have had no
legendary
choice.
Series.
I would have had no choice.
I'd pay you, Brian, to like for you to actually read the entire series and then make an analysis video on YouTube about it. That's
Brian's.
I wouldn't pay you a whole lot, but I would.
I don't even. How many chapters did it even have?
I think it's like 20. It's not very long. It got canceled pretty fast.
The greatest series you never read would be the title. Would be the title of the video.
Part 1. Big Gravity Boys.
Yeah, no, you do. It's like a multi-part. It's like a multi-part analysis video. Each video is an hour long.
Oh, wait, no, it's 50 chapters.
Whoa.
51 chapters.
And you got a lot of content there, Brian.
By the way,
gems.
so I started reading another series.
Look at this guy
called
go.
Red Blue.
Red Blue?
Are there any boxes?
Yeah, it's an MMA manga.
Oh, that's not in Jump.
It's an MMA manga. So the art is pretty cool. For sports manga, it explains the sport pretty well. It's actually pretty interesting, like the avenues that they take. Like instead of it being like a striker main character kind of thing, he's a grappler and he's a wrestler, which is a pretty big like difference from like most manga. Most manga is just about hands, throwing hands.
Jump did try to do an MMA manga. It just got canceled.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
It was called, I think, Martial Arts Master Mitsumi or something like that. You can find it on the app. It's there. It's very recent. It got canceled maybe a few months ago.
So this series, Red Blue, the concept of it is interesting. It's kind of like the main character. It's basically like shitting on the like traditional like anime protagonist kind of thing, like shonen protagonist, where the main character is essentially not supposed to be the main character, and he wants to beat like the traditional main character of the series.
I feel like I vaguely heard about this.
Yeah, he's kind of like evil Deku. He's like this fucking complete piece of shit. Not like a complete piece of shit, but he's this kind of disturbed and like upset individual who really hates the anime protagonist. Yeah, he's kind of like an anti-hero. He's
just Mashiba.
Purely selfish. He not even like Mashima. He's just like, he is purely selfish. He is in this only to destroy this person's career.
Finally, a non-woke character. Yes.
All he wants to, and he like
I just caught that.
He like studies
I'm
people.
sorry, Brian. I'm
study
listening,
styles
bro. I'm listening.
by writing. He'll like write down and take notes like Deku. And he like his whole special move, I guess, is that he'll like, it was pretty cool, the imagery where like he could see what he'll put words onto people's bodies and like see which parts need to be like contained and like which parts are what. It's actually pretty cool. It was a pretty cool moment, but I don't know, it's starting to get a little corny. Like the character's like personality wears off kind of quickly. And it's kind of like, man, I don't really, is this guy really like, sure, I understand where you're going with, but the main character is such a dick that I really don't want to fucking follow him. Like he'll but I guess it's the point because he's supposed to be like a heel type of character. So he's always trying to be the bad guy. So it's essentially like you're following the story of the bad guy trying to beat the hero of the story, essentially. It's all right. I like it mostly just for the MMA part though. I try to skip past stuff to get to those moments, but it's pretty all right. I'm not sure if I'd recommend it yet though, because it's pretty early.
What's the name of it again? Oh, you say you're not sure. If
Red Blue.
It's called Red.
I mean, I'm not sure if I could recommend it yet, but it's good if you're interested in MMA from a shonen perspective, because it does describe things pretty well, and it does help you understand MMA and like more aspects of it. Because I feel like most MMA stuff would just be striking, and grappling wouldn't take such a big focus, and this does. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was cool.
And it also, another thing, like this is the last thing I'll say, it does also go into like the realism of people studying combat, like martial arts. Like anybody can be a martial artist, like, and
Not
anybody
me.
could get into it for specific yes, you can. Anybody can do it.
Not me.
But it's like it shows like what people like, a varied amount of difference for people getting into martial arts. Like there's this one character who's a salary man, and every time he is slightly slighted at work, he'll come to the gym and choke people out that amount of times he got slighted. So if somebody got him annoyed 15 times, he'll submit people 16 times.
That's fun.
It's a pretty funny series in that way. But yeah, that's Red
That
Blue.
sounds interesting. I'm gonna check. It's a manga or anime?
It's a manga. It's pretty early. It is very early on. So
Where can you find it?
there's no official release yet, I don't think.
Yarg.
Did you guys know that there's a chat in Streamlab?
Yeah, no, I looked at
Yeah.
it and just want to say, oh,
There you go.
oh.
I wrote that way earlier.
I saw
I
it,
wrote
but
that.
I saw it, but I didn't want to interrupt Brian.
Oh,
Just out of nowhere, me going, oh.
so I'll bring up something. I haven't started reading it yet, but I got a recommendation, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty fucking sick. So it's called Gachakuta.
Oh,
Gacha.
I've heard of this.
Gachakuta?
Oh,
Gachakuta.
I've heard of
is
this.
that the series where
About like
they
trash,
give, like
trash people
power?
or something?
This does have an official release.
Yeah.
You can fiend it on
It's not in,
K-Manga.
on K-Manga. Okay.
You know, where Hajime no Ippo is and Blue Lock and all these other things.
Can I download that app?
Huh?
I hear that the power system in this series is fucking insanely good.
Yeah, I haven't read anything about
Art
it.
reminds me of Soul Eater. Yes, right. It looks like Soul Eater.
It's very
Is it that?
it's very sketchy.
Is it
It's
the
very
same artist?
like intense. I don't think so. I think it's a completely different guy.
Looking into it. Yeah, it is. Oh no, she's inspired by Soul
Okay.
Eater.
I was about to say there's no way.
okay.
Yeah, so this is
Okay.
available actually. You could find this on
It also reminds me of Hitman Reborn a little bit. The art. I'm just talking about the art.
man, I
Like
miss
from
Hitman
like these
Reborn.
little bits I'm seeing. Yeah, I know.
I miss it.
So I want to bring something up that I know you guys have probably not given much thought. So before the year ended, like an episode or two before the last one, we took a Nen Affinity
Oh right.
quiz to find out what our primary Nen archetype would be. Brian was really disappointed. So disappointed to the point that it probably killed all his ambition. So I'll say this, right? Not that it's any rush. We could do this whenever we want. However, if I want to add a little bit of motivation, how about we do it like this, right? Instead of you guys creating it, how about I create them for you, right? With some conditions. well, basically, you guys would give me some core parts that you want included.
Mhm.
I know y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know Chris a lot better than I do Brian, you know, since I went to high school with him and all that. But, you know, just if y'all gave me key details y'all want to add as part of the Hatsu, you know, and then I can try to put something together, I wouldn't mind.
I want to come up with mine. I feel bad. For me, it's just been like work's been a little crazy, so it's been top of mind all week.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I got you.
Yeah,
I will do it next week.
no rush.
I promise you.
All right, what about you, Brian?
I just gotta look into more, like, I gotta look more into enhancers and see what's the hubbub. What's all the hubbub about?
Can I tell you 2 ideas I came up for y'all that you can either go off of or just for the sake of hearing it, or y'all don't want to hear it?
I'll
You
take
could
it.
if you want, if you got it.
Okay. So for Chris, right? I had his ability to have to do with enhancing animals like pets like around him.
Oh hell
so
yeah.
you'd have like cats, maybe a parakeet. Like I was thinking like, animals you'd find in the city and in DR. You know what I'm saying?
It had to be those,
and also
New York and the Dominican Republic, the entire country of Dominican Republic.
Yeah. You're pretty limited here in New York.
I guess.
And,
I mean, there's many pigeons. There's a zoo.
I was thinking about Heinrich's ability, and he's not an enhancer or nothing like that. I think he's a conjurer, actually.
He's a transmuter, no?
I thought he was a manipulator.
I don't know.
No. Because he turns.
I think it's a transmuter because he transforms.
I think he's a transmuter. Yeah.
He's either a transmuter or. Yeah, I don't know.
I just figured, you know what? Like, I don't see you. I feel like if you was to be in an anime or something like that as a fighter, you'd be a strategist.
That would be.
You know what I'm saying? And it'd be cool for you to be an enhancer that doesn't, just box people straight up. Like,
He's a conjurer?
Oh, it's conjurer. Yeah, I figured. I thought it was conjurer.
All right.
Yeah. But I mean, transmuter is not bad. Like the way, because he transforms.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's transforming.
But transmutation is strictly to changing your aura, like your actual nen, into something. Like into like another property entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Like wood or something like that. So yeah, that's what I thought. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't all be about combat. You can enhance, a smart animal to be really like a dolphin to be able to communicate with people. Like you could enhance its brain power.
That's pretty sick.
I like that a lot. Handle, yeah, I thought that'd be really cool.
Make my cats jacked.
Yeah. And like you'd still be like a you'd still be like a manga artist yourself, like a visual novelist or whatever. And like, when you enhance them for like battle or whatever, they take like form of like certain characters, like in your book or whatever. That's like thinking a little bit deeper into it. But all right, Brian's turn, and I think you're really gonna like this one. Okay. So so I didn't have an actual name for Chris. For his like Hatsu, but I do have a name for Brian's. It's called Skill Tree. So it's I guess like again, it's an enhancement based power, and it's based on like RPG games and also like games like League of Legends where there's like strict roles for certain characters, and basically the more experience Brian gets as he grows and learns different things, like he gains skill points towards like a certain attribute like tree. And he has like different trees he can go of. Like there's the primary tree that's like very straightforward. It enhances like your physical abilities in whatever shape or form. Then there's the emitter skill tree, since that's right next to enhancer, which is more like, emission based attacks. Like, so they're probably not super complicated, but like blast and shit for special properties, right? And then the third skill tree would be the transmuter skill tree, which I didn't really put too much thought into that. But right, if you reach a point where you max out all three of your skill trees, you actually unlock a special like skill. I don't know the name of it, but that is the only way you can. And in that state for a certain amount of time, like I don't know the specific amount of time, but for that amount of time you're a specialist, and you can do like not only all three of your skill trees at the same time, but you can also incorporate like other like abilities that you've seen. So it's a way you can kind of get your cake and eat it too. Well, no, that's not the right term. I don't know, but it's a way for you to kind of still get what you want.
See, he made you a specialist, Brian.
I did.
Wait, you're cooking. You're cooking. I'll work with this. I'll work off this. Honestly, I have an idea.
Josh, wait, you're what were you? A manipulator?
Conjurer.
Okay,
I'll give you guys the basis of it, but I won't get into detail of all the conditions because there are a lot. Okay, So
wait, you should reveal it when we reveal it. When we reveal ours.
Oh. Okay. I'll wait. You don't want no preview at all? Not a little.
Not a preview. We don't deserve it. We got to.
Because I'm already thinking of a bunch of conditions of my own. I'm like, I'm already ready to.
You can work off of that and do whatever you want with that. I feel like Chris is going to do a little something different though, but I hope.
I really like it. I want to do something different just because I don't want to feel like I'm cheating. So I'll do something completely different.
I don't think it's cheating.
Yeah, it is. I gotta do something.
I think
I really like your ability though. It really I like it a lot.
Yeah, you can that's what's so cool about Nen. There's really you see how even with Heinrich, how we wasn't sure if he was a transmuter or a conjurer. You know, as
his ability is so sick.
Ability is defined enough, huh?
His ability is so sick.
It's fucking sick. You know what I'm saying? And it's not immediately obvious to somebody that's a conjurer. You know what I'm saying? Like to when I think about conjure abilities, that's not something I think you'd be able to do.
Yeah, that shit made me. I don't know why, but I'm just being reminded of that AI presidents talk about Kingdom Hearts.
What?
You don't remember? Did I not show you this? This I could probably put on screen.
Like maybe I don't know. Maybe it's been a while.
Let me pull it up, and then maybe we could do some questions, and then we'll do the real show.
Oh, you know what else I was gonna say? You have to say what type of hunter you are.
Me? Oh, what kind of hunter?
Oh, hunter.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I do this?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Forgive me on StreamYards, y'all. I'm going to figure out how to do this. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it. It'll come out of my speaker, which is annoying.
The Trump and Biden AI. That was really popular like a whole year ago.
This shit made me laugh so hard when I first saw it. I'll wait for Brian to get back.
Yeah.
Because it feels wrong. It feels wrong without him.
Yeah, it sure does. Man, why did I start talking about that shit? Now I'm fiending.
Let me run a test real fast to see if you guys can hear it.
Donald, can you give it a break, man? KH3 came out over 4 years ago. And
can you hear it? How do I do it where the speakers are my goddamn thing?
Well, for everybody listening, Knicks is on a 2-game losing streak after going on a 9-game winning streak.
By the way,
we
guys,
lost to OKC in such a fantastic epic way. We got shitted on, absolutely shitted on in the fourth quarter against OKC. Then we played the Bulls the next night after and got shitted on the whole second half. And they retired D Rose's jersey.
Oh, I did it. Yeah. Okay, so I fixed it. I'm sorry about that, Josh.
Also, the Cowboys schedule came out.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing some schedules.
Break the whole thing down.
I think the Niners are getting a super duper easy schedule next year.
Yeah, they're in last place in the division. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, so the Cowboys have to play the Giants, the Eagles, and then the Commanders for the first 3 games of the season.
Oh, really? Did they bring out the actual, like, when they're playing?
Oh, you know what? No.
That would be crazy if it's 3 divisional games.
I thought it was in order.
Yeah, no.
Nah, I thought it was in order.
Those are just your opponent. That's what I saw, is that the opponents for next year.
Yeah. So, well, they're in order for the respective, for like
home and away.
Yeah, just I don't know which one's coming before. I fucking hope that there's some games in between those divisional
crazy
games.
3 divisional games in a row.
I feel like we're definitely starting the season against the Giants, though. They do that a few times.
I don't know why. We got to get a... I don't know why I keep saying we. I'm like a Giants fan like that.
You never know, man.
It's a proverbial we. But the Giants, I don't know. They got to get a guy. They got to get a quarterback at this point. I mean, they're so far ahead. I don't really see them succeeding even if they get a really good quarterback.
I'm going to keep it a buck with you, bro. Right? Mm-hmm. What I think the Giants need to do is sign a veteran quarterback.
Like who? Who would you recommend? Who's going to be free agent next year like that? Sam Darnold?
No.
Sam Darnold.
Where's Tyrod Taylor? Someone like Tyrod Taylor.
Shit. Where is he? I know I saw.
I'm back.
Ryan, you're just in time. We're gonna watch this AI Trump and Biden argue about Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3.
Oh my god.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
Let me know if you guys can hear it or not.
Yeah, started.
Donald, can you give it a break, man?
Yeah, I can hear it.
KH3 came out over 4 years ago, and you're still in your feelings about it. These multi-hour takedown video essays.
No.
I mean, starting discourse on Twitter.
Truth Social.
What?
Here's the thing, Joe, and I'm not happy about this. You can ask anyone. I was very, very excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, but it was mid, Joe. It was mid, and a lot of people are saying that.
I just don't get it. What did you want from the game? Of course, it's not going to be what you dreamed of in 2006. We grew up, Donald. We're old now.
That's not my fault. They should have listened to the fans. The DLC saved this thing. It was straight cheeks when it released, and now it's like a C+. So floaty, so floaty, the Osaka team.
Oh, give me a break, Jack. If I hear Osaka team one more time.
It's not even just the combat, Joe. It's everything. It's the story, the pacing. Yes.
Come on, you mean to tell me you played KH2 and you're going to turn around? You're going to turn around and tell me that KH2 isn't 80% Disney filler shit?
That is so capped, Joe.
It's not. You just don't want to think about it.
That is so
You don't want to remember escorting Mrs. Potts or, trotting through that fucking snooze fest of a Mulan world. Somehow your brain only retained the good parts, like Thousand Heartless and
so sick. And here's the thing, Joe. It was the perfect middle point.
No one's saying it isn't. We all like Hollow Bastion. No one's arguing that. That's a cold take.
And what was your game's middle point, Joe? What did KH3 have? Oh, I remember. The 100-Acre Wood. A sleepy world
we
for
all
a
like
sleepy man and his sleepy Joe.
Folks, he's ignoring the obvious here.
That's the Sleeping Realm theory, Sleepy Joe. It's all of us sitting around theorizing how you could like such a trash fucking game.
You're out of your mind, Jack. You want to talk sleep? Because we can talk sleepy all day. Let's talk about world design.
I'd rather talk about drive forms.
No. Let's talk about those fucking pancakes you call worlds.
It's a combat game. I don't care about jumping on whatever you call them, platforms. It's
fucking flat-ass hallways with different Disney wallpapers.
Joe, nobody cares. You are so low-skilled.
Every other game in the series at least tried. KH2 is the only one that just gives up before it starts.
Nope, see.
Oh, you want treasure chests? Here, we put them up against a wall.
Come on, no.
Really making you work for those. A real brain buster.
Who fucking cares about getting chests? The whole point is to fight bosses.
Yeah, maybe to you. And what are you even saying, man? All you do is watch the same 3 dudes do KH2 randos. That's like 50% opening chests.
Do you play on beginner?
People can play on whatever difficulty they like.
You never beat Lingering Will, did you?
Kingdom Hearts is not a competitive
sport. You can't beat Lingering
Willy
without that whack-ass
I
put in so many hours into every game in the series.
A little get-out-of-jail-free card for little babies. That's what it is.
Come on, man.
A baby coin. Boo-hoo, little baby.
I don't play games to get my ass kicked. No,
Your whole fucking
believe
game
it
is
or
on
not,
easy codes by default.
At least I made it to the end game in KH2. You probably threw up and shit your pants when KH3 asked you to collect the 300 crabs. Oh no, I have to explore.
God.
This isn't a straight line.
Oh my God, yes.
Do you even have a save file past the Caribbean?
Look, I'm really rich, but the fact that you had to pay extra money for the only good parts of this game, that's so bad. That's really, really bad.
If you think super bosses are the only good things about these games, then I don't know what to tell you, man.
Shut the fuck up. The only bad thing about KH2 is the prologue. It's too long, it's slow.
That's so funny because it's literally one of the only 3 good parts.
At least KH2 has 3 good parts instead of 0.
Oh, I love 0.
He is a good boy.
I like the prologue. I hated it as a
not
kid.
3.
Fuck.
Look, I can do this all day, Joe.
Oh, I bet you can, man. I've seen you do it every day since January 2019.
Can't wait for KH4.
Same here.
It looks mid from the trailer, though.
Jesus Christ. Can we at least agree Dream Drop is trash?
It's a piece of shit. I never liked it.
What? Oh, yeah. That shit was fire. He's wild.
Nah, but
Bro,
300
Dream
crabs
Drop
was really,
crazy.
really atrocious.
Just to
I
give
kept
credit
falling asleep.
to this person,
I was a sleepy
look up
dog.
Regular Pat. That's where this video is from. I just want to give credit to the original poster.
Regular Pat on
The
YouTube.
300 crabs cannot.
Thanks
believe
for the
that shit.
laughs.
Yeah.
I was a Cage 3 apologist until I reached the 300 crabs, and then at that point I was just like, okay, man, like I can't defend this.
I didn't even get to the Hero World, Big Hero 6, and I heard that shit is lit. I heard that
it's
world
not.
is fun.
Yeah, I don't
No,
look
I hate
back on Kingdom Hearts 3 very
They was
fondly.
just hyping it. I actually never seen the movie either. Is the movie good?
I heard the
So
movie's
here-
good. I've also
yeah, no,
never
the
seen
movie's-
the movie.
So the problem with the Big Hero 6 world is that
It's mid.
honestly, I think it would have been better. That world would have been better if they had given you glide before, like during that world. But the streets are so fucking wide and the buildings are so far apart from each other. You're literally just running in an open space for like forever in that world. Like if they gave you glide
Could be
and you're
flying
just
around
like
a superhero.
yeah, flying around,
superhero
bouncing off
world.
of walls, running up the walls, that would have been cool. But instead, you're just fucking around, just fucking running.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because I only found 100 and something crabs before falling asleep 3 times, 3 nights in a fucking row.
And
I wanna give it
isn't
another
Big Hero
shot,
6?
though.
Isn't Big Hero 6 supposed to be like the world? Isn't like within the series itself? Isn't that supposed to be kind of like San Francisco, Tokyo?
Yeah, I think it is supposed to be separate. I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Like, why are the streets so fucking wide?
Because, you know, the streets are wide.
It takes like fucking 30 seconds to cross a street.
There are no
Maybe I'm
questions this
tripping.
week, by the way.
Huh?
Oh,
There are no questions, by the way. So if you guys have questions for us to answer, we usually get them from Mike B, but he's been sending us questions for about 2 years now. So I imagine.
Mike B needs a break too.
Yeah, you might be gassed. But if we got some new subscribers, I know you guys are watching. If you guys are watching, send some questions to newjumpcitypod@gmail.com and we'll answer them on the show. Is there anything else we got to talk about? The playoffs of the NFL starting soon. That's fun. I'm excited for that. Neither mine,
Manchester's crazy.
neither the Giants or the Cowboys are in. But that's okay.
Yo, I saw a little bit of that Detroit, the Lions, fucking whatever.
Yeah, that was not as
team.
competitive as it seemed it would be.
Yeah, they absolutely fucking shit on them. Holy fuck.
Everyone was hyping it up.
It
and it's
wasn't
like, this
even
is
close.
it. 2 guys going up for the 1 seed.
Hey, they can't stop my boy Sonic. They can't stop my boy Sonic out there on the field.
They can't stop the Lions going for 4th.
4 TDs for Jahmyr Gibbs. Kind of nuts.
They
Yeah,
never
when I
failed
heard
on
that
4th
the-
down.
When Christian told me that the running back duo is called Sonic and Knuckles, I was immediately locked in. I was like, all right, this is my team. I
It's too
want
cool a
them to
name.
win.
It's too cool a nickname.
It's so cool.
And Josh hates that it went to 2 Lions.
Yeah, it's cringe.
If Rico
TBH.
Dowdle and whoever backs up Rico Dowdle were Sonic and Knuckles, Josh would go absolutely nuts.
Yeah, that'd be lit.
Josh would
That
wear
would be
a
cool.
Sonic head thing, like a hat with the.
I hope they run together their whole career. That would be so sick.
I think Montgomery is like somewhat older than him, so he'll probably retire at some point pretty soon.
You think they would add? You think how?
Shadow.
What kind of player would be Shadow?
Sonic and Shadow.
Yeah,
Whoever they
what kind of
draft
player-
after.
Alvin Kamara.
Like if Sonic
I don't know
is
why,
fast,
but I
if
just have a
Sonic is
feeling.
fast,
It just feels like
so
it
wait,
fits.
who's Tails? No, it would have to be Tails. It would
There's
be
no-
Sonic,
there's no
Knuckles,
Tails.
and Tails.
Tails is day room.
No, but yeah, like
he's not wrong.
if there were a
He's
Tails,
football.
if there were a Tails, who would it be? Like what position? Safety?
No,
No, he'd be a running back too. All the Sonic characters would be running backs,
Yeah, 'cause
just
they
different
run.
kinds.
that's their thing.
Yeah, but
Except for
alright,
Big
so,
Cat.
like-
He'd be like a center
Yeah, Big Cat would be a center. Jason Kelsey is Big Cat.
or nose tackle or something like that. Yeah.
So look, Sonic
Or
is
guard.
fast. Knuckles is strong. Tails is what? crafty.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Like, what would be his like a player named Tails? What would he?
So
do?
Tails is Tails would be somebody that's really fleet-footed, you know, really fast, quick agility, but they don't get good like yards after contact. They go down pretty quick.
That's good.
They just get out.
Sonic
they just get the
yeah.
like,
Sonic,
I would see them running off like off the field, not getting tackled as much.
when I think about, well, I guess Knuckles is more of like a bruiser, right? Shadow would also be like a fast bruiser. Sonic is just very fast and
Derrick Henry. Who's
deal
there?
with content. Yeah.
Derrick Henry is probably a big cat, if anything. If you wanted to play a
Shadow.
Sonic character,
If he had to be,
if he had to be a running back,
You want to know my
had to
take?
be a running back. Yeah.
You want to know my take on Shadow in the NFL?
who? What?
It would be a guy who's running, he gets the ball, and if somebody gets close, he pulls out a gun and shoots their knees.
Maybe John Morant, but he plays basketball.
Maybe who else is that other guy? I think Jameson Williams on the Lions. Someone on the Lions got like caught with guns multiple times. I'm just forgetting.
Multiple times.
I think it was Jameson Williams, but I could be wrong about that.
That's Shadow right there. Or John Wick. They're both the same.
They are both the same.
Who are we kidding?
All right, well, I guess we can wrap up the pre-show chat show here. We got a long show ahead of us, so let's get into it. We will see you guys at New Gem City.
Peace out.